Time to go skateboarding. It's time to go skateboarding. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Off the Yard, the realest podcast for your morning ride to work. Today is Saturday, but we're doing a podcast anyway. Because, why? Because we fucking want to. And we do what we want to do around here, man. Much love to the Gladiator gang. Hope everybody is feeling beautiful, feeling righteous, man. I feel good today. I feel wonderful today, and I hope that if you do have to work today, you take it as a way to make that extra cash. Yesterday we talked about those cheeks. Today we're talking about this this recreational activity, the scrap, the 1-2, the throwdown, the 1v1, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I would love to say, hey, I was the baddest mamma jamma in the system, but unfortunately I was not. And sometimes I took a L just like everybody else. So, let's see here. We're going to start off with my first prison bid, man. This was back in the 90s, late 90s. I was about 17, 18 when I went down for 5 years for a slew of charges. I actually came off good getting the 5 years because I was looking at about 40. And what really honestly saved me, I think, was the fact that they were charging me as an adult, but I was a minor. And albeit that I had a slew of heinous crimes as far as like attempted carjacking, armed robbery, malicious wounding. There was a lot of charges that, could have got me a life sentence in this situation. And we fought it through court and came out okay. But I was young and I was a hothead and I had been to Beaumont, so I thought it was tough shit. I thought it was hard. I thought that, good morning, man. What's up? Big Lou, no fly zone Ricans. Good morning to you, sir, out of Northern California, man. Beautiful, beautiful. I was really feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I got these charges. I was going off of the optic illusion of that people thought that I was tough. But in prison and jail, it ain't like juvie. It ain't like the streets. People can tattoo themselves up and walk around like they're Too Tough Charlie, Billy Badass, whatever you want to call it. And people do fear them because they look a certain type of way. When we moved out here to this new area, there's a lot of elderly people that live around us. They will not even speak to me because of the way I look. They judge me according to how I look. Which is, I spent a lot of time in my life creating a persona, and you know what? That's like I tell my kids all the time, watch how you present yourself because eventually you'll wake up and that's what you'll be. Eventually you'll wake up and you'll say, damn, why is everyone looking at me crazy? Why can't I get a job? Why do my neighbors look at me funny? Why are people crossing the street with their children and dogs when they see me coming? I'm going to tell you why. Because you wanted to make yourself a presentation, create a persona, and here you are. Well, I was so young at the time, I couldn't grow a beard, barely grow a mustache. It was like a summertime beard, some here, some there, man. So, these grown men are looking at me like, look at this pup. You see what I'm saying? Here's a pup. Walking around acting tough. And as I got older, I started to realize how they were looking at me. You give these guys a pass because they're young, they're mouthy, they're slick out their tongue, they think that they're hard, they think that you're an old man and you won't do nothing. Don't get it fucked up, young man. This old man got 1 or 2 left in him. I'm just saving them for the right time. I'm old, I ain't cold, you know what I'm saying? But we have something that's called the old man strength. And the old man strength is something that you develop as you get older and you work and you exercise, or you just get older and you get that, as you're young, you have that good bicep strength and all that stuff. But as you get older, you get that back strength. You get that leg strength. You get all that stuff that you get them hands that are like mitts. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. We're playing cards one day, and then we're in the county jail at the time. I'm still waiting to go to court. Haven't even been to trial yet. and this is an old jail, so we didn't even have tables to play cards on. What we would do is it was 5 cells, 2 to 3 men to a cell, people sleeping on boats, and the walkway or the day room was literally about 5 feet to, I'd say about 7-8 feet wide, right? And you had a bench that ran along, and it was bars. It was old school bars, man, which is it's unheard of today. You don't see bars very much. You see doors, but it was bars. So what we would do is we'd take a wool blanket that they'd give us to sleep with, and we would cut holes in the corners, fold it, cut holes in the corners, so it'd be like a flat folded blanket. Take string that we'd rip from the sheets, place them inside of the corners of this blanket, and tie them to the bars tight, and we would create a fucking table. This is how we made tables. And we'd stand around them. So people trying to walk through would have to duck under these fucking strings. Well, I don't know if you ever played cards with somebody that's been in prison, but they had this thing. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Cyrus. Good morning, everybody. If I'm not missing, Heather, how you doing, beautiful? And I don't know if you ever played cards with somebody that's been to prison, but we had this thing where we like to slap it. Pow, ha, pow, ha, pow, ha, pow. Do you see how annoying that got after just 4? Imagine doing it over and over and over. Well, this is me. Every time I get we're playing, I think we're playing Pinochle, and every time I get a book, pow, pow. And it was this old man named Mike. Old black dude named Mike. We'll call him Mike P. Mike P had been locked up his whole life. Mike P was probably in his 40s at about this time. Penitentiary, strong penitentiary, built big up top, small at the bottom. We've all seen that guy, right? Damon. He looked like Damon. Well, Mikey P didn't like me from the get because I was a white boy. He was racist as fuck and thought all white boys were soft. Slapped him around, didn't fucking care for him too much, called us devils, said that it was all our fault that fucking he was locked up. I don't see how it's my fault that you're locked up for smoking crack cocaine and getting caught doing it, but hey, whatever, dude. Anyway, we're playing Pinochle. I'm slapping the books. I'm slapping them. And he tells me, hey, you slap another book and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You talking to me? You talking to me? Anyway, I'm talking shit back. Fuck you, Mikey P. You ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. Bitch, would sit over there and get older. Shut up. Boom. Boom. And now I'm slapping him harder. Because I've been doing some push-ups. I've been doing sit-ups. I've been doing dips. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm vibrant. I'm young. You're old. You'll do nothing. Conor McGregor, you'll do nothing. Nothing. Oh my God. So anyway, Mikey P, he rips. He proceeds to rip the fucking string out from at the bars, and he's like, strap up. Strap up. Okay, before I could even we had our tennis shoes. Jail was so bad. They used to let you bring your shoes in, man, but I didn't have any shoes at the time. My shoes were busted and couldn't be trusted when I got locked up, so I just got rid of them. All I had was my slides, these big orange flip-flops. So I signed, I square up with Mike, and Mike swung first. Boom, and he hits me, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't think I've ever been hit that hard before then and since then. That sumbitch hit me so hard. I saw the white buffalo knock my eyeballs crooked, man. I was looking at him at one eye and following a fly with the other. I scrambled back. I get my wits about me, man, and I hit him again. I hit him. Boom. Nothing. Hit him again. Boom. Nothing. And I could almost see the smile come upon his face when he realized how fucking weak and young and fragile I was at the time. Mikey P proceeded to beat the dog shit out of me in that goddamn unit. I mean, beat the dog shit out of me. Had me on the ground, scrambling, trying to grab anything I could grab as I was getting punched. I was getting punched so hard the back of my head was hitting the fucking cement. Boom, 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 boom. It was all bad, ladies and gentlemen. It was all bad. And his buddy, Mike, another guy named Mikey Conway, I think he's dead now, man, rest in peace, Mike, grabs him up off of him, right? Grabs him up off of me, My buddy kind of helps me get into the cell. The COs come running in. Everybody locked down. What's going on in this motherfucker? What's going on here? Da-da-da-da. Mikey P starts packing his shit. Thinks the white boy's going to tell on him. They go cell to cell and they see everybody, they're checking everybody. And I don't know if you ever, I'm going to say this. I'm not being racist when I say this, but if a white dude fights a black dude, you could, like, black dudes don't show bruises and shit like we do. I could be in a goddamn all-out brawl war with one of these dudes, and Jamal is not going to have a fucking lingo. Look like he's got a mark on him. I'll look like I got hit by a fucking, I'll sit there, I'll look like goddamn I sat down and let Nolan Ryan throw fucking fastballs in my face for 40 goddamn minutes, and this dude won't even have a bump. Unbelievable. They took me down to captain's office. They went to said they saw my face. They knew I got beat up. Took me down to captain's office. He's like, "What's up, man? What happened?" I said, "Nothing, man. I fell off my bunk." He said, "You fell off your bunk?" He said, "Would you get back up and jump off again?" What the fuck? So, oh man, I didn't snitch. I didn't tell on Mike. I come back to, he said, "You want to go back to the union? You fear, or do you fear for your safety?" I said, "No, I don't fear for my safety. I'll go back to the union." And I knew by doing this that I would get some sort of respect. I might have lost a fight, right? I might have lost a fight. So what? I don't care about that. A lot of people talk about, "Oh, Lance, you got knocked out on street beefs." Yeah, I got knocked out on street beefs. I fought a goddamn gorilla. Okay? I did get knocked out on street beefs. I'm not a professional goddamn boxer. Okay? I went on street beefs to fight because I felt like fighting. Okay? And I knew I wouldn't get in trouble for it. Big deal. You know, if anybody's ever been into any type of competitive fighting or really been in, you could win a fight and still lose it and still get your ass whooped. If you ain't never been in a fist fight to where like both of y'all are standing there and you just bloody and beat down, you've never been in a fist fight, a real man fist fight. There's a difference between when men fight and when children fight. When children fight, you might have a couple little bruises or something like that, but when grown ass men get in an all out goddamn fucking war with each other and neither one of them is ready to tap, now that's something to see. And I've been in a lot of them. I've been in so many of them, man, that I still feel the effects to this day. I've had my eye socket smashed over here. That's why I got one of my eyes droops. I've got scars all over my head. I don't know if you can see them, but I got scars literally all over my forehead. I mean, I've been in some wars, man. And you can say what you want. I've won some and I've lost some, but I never backed out of no wreck, knowing I'm going to lose. Anyway, back to the story, ladies and gentlemen. I go back to the unit. Mikey P kind of looks at me like this, kind of tilts his head, does this. We lock down. We come out later on that night, and he walks up to me, man. He says, "You know what?" He said, "I'm going to tell you something, young blood." That's what he called me. He said, "I'm going to tell you something, young blood." He said, "You became a man today, in my eyes." And he shook my hand. Well, fist pumped my hand. He said, "We good?" I said, "Yeah, we good, Mike." Right? You think about it like this. I might have lost a fist fight, but I learned a lot, and I look at life like this, man. You can't take it as a loss. You got to take it as a lesson. Because even no matter what happens to you in your life, man, if you're going to get your ass kicked in life in all different types of ways. You might get your ass kicked by losing your job or your house or your car, or something happen to where you have to struggle to obtain those things back. But it's your you know, whatever drives you. Don't be a sheep, be a lion. Whatever drives you inside is what you will be in life. How much girth does your fucking drive have? How big is your drive? Purpose, drive, and discipline. We used to talk about that shit years ago on this channel. I learned to shut my mouth. I learned not to be so cocky in that one fist fight. I learned a lot of lessons. I learned that I couldn't fight for real, for shit. I needed to work on my game. I learned that just because you're older doesn't mean that you're soft. And to this day, I still respect my elders. I hold the door for my elders. I appreciate a lot of these guys who have been to war for us. I try to understand that I know what it's taken to get. What's up, Marlena? I've learned what it takes to get to that point in life. So if you can't respect that, then you haven't been through enough shit in your life to learn to respect that. That's just how I feel. Just my opinion. Not saying. Now we can do a quick Q&A if you want. Much love to Mikey P, man. If you're still alive and out there, ever see this video, man, you taught me a valuable lesson in life. You're not gonna you especially in a place like, you're not gonna win them all, dude. Especially in a place like prison and supermaxes and things like that. You got some of the worst, meanest, toughest people in the world, man. In the world, and they'll hurt you. You know, you gotta learn how to stay in your lane, man, and shut your goddamn mouth, man. And the biggest thing that you need to do, out of everything else, ladies and gentlemen, is what? Stay up, stay out. Stay sucker free, man. Thank you for tuning in to Off the Yard, the realest podcast for your morning ride to work or your weekend morning, man. Much love and shout out to the Gladiator Gang. Much love from Boston. I'm from Lynn. Love it. Lynn, the city of sin. Sucker free nation. Glad you in here. And much love to the BLC. Y'all keep kicking, man. Y'all stay strapped. Always. Have a beautiful weekend, man.